Yo, what's up people? Today we are turning popular SpongeBob foods into real items. Now, we're going to do 3 of them here. We're going to start off with the Kelp Shake. So a lot of this is just going to be sped up, but I will talk you through what I'm doing so you can all understand. So first of all, I'm going to draw the shape of the kelp bottle itself and then warp this glass texture around it just to give it that, well, texture. So I'm going to use the liquefy tool here just to do that. We're then going to add some bevel and emboss, just to make sure it looks rounded and not a flat piece of green. And then once that's done, we're going to then add in the shading here. We're going to blur that all out so it obviously looks more like shading. Now, you're not going to see this middle bit as much because I am about to cover it with a label, but the shading is more just for the sides. So here is a paper texture with the crinkles in it, which we're just going to warp. And then we're just going to use the eraser tool here just to clean up the edges yet again. We're then going to do a hue and saturation layer to change that to yellow because that is the original color in the show. Got the yellow down now, and now I want the same typography on mine, so we're going to just yank it from the actual show, and then we're going to get this bottle lid here, once again, change the hue and saturation so we can get the colour match, and then we've got a bendy straw here, which you will see I cut into 2, so we can warp it so it matches the image, and then yet again, change the colour using hue and saturation. Just for effect, we're going to add a reflection just on the ground, so easy does, you can see what I'm doing here. Add some blur, change the opacity.
Well, sorry for whoever drank this.
And that one was pretty easy, so let's step up our game here with the Goofy Goober ice cream sundae. I think that's what it's called. So I'm going to start off here by tracing out the shape of the, we'll say face, the ice cream. As you can see, we've already got the sundae glass in place, so I'm going to add a ice cream layer just over the top of my already drawn out area, and then we're just going to use the stamp tool. Sorry, I'm trying to do this all in one. We're going to use the stamp tool to fade that all in together, and then obviously add some shadows on the side. We're going to roughen up these edges as well here so it doesn't look so flat. We're then going to use a red simple brush tool here just for the smiley face. I don't know if this is strawberry sauce or if it is a strawberry lace, but then we're going to use a darker red just for the shadows. We're going to use M&Ms here for the eyes. Make sure the colours are all correct here. Once again, adding drop shadows. Then we're going to trace out the ice cream, add a bevel and emboss just to make sure it sticks out, and a little ice cream texture too. Smack on the 3 bananas either side. Once again, add in shadows. Add the cherries, bish, bash, bosh. Add a shadow underneath, and that one's done as well. Now that's a speed run. That is what you call a speed run.
An imposter wants a Krabby Patty, then by Neptune we'll give him one.
Right, let's make this really hard for me. So, we're going to do the nasty burger here. This is a very intricate design. So as you can see, we're adding pimples onto burger buns. We're literally doing the same thing as what we've been doing. So it's a lot of shadowing, a lot of beveling, embossing, matching up colours. So as you can see here, I'm just making sure all the pimples are in the correct place. I'm going to draw the hairs in as well. We're going to use these garden peas here for the texture of the patty because I think that is the best. We've done that by using a mask. And then we're just going to once again clean up the edges so the peas actually stick out. So as you can see there, I'm now going to draw in these weird veins, once again using a bevel and emboss and drop shadow just to make them more 3D. And for the sides here, I was going to draw them, but I like the idea of using coral instead. So I found this cool coral online, and we're just going to paint the rest in and shadows. We're then going to use the sharp leaves here that they use for the lettuce, and then use this snow foam texture. We're then going to use the tomato texture here for the mustard that is creeping out and match the colour of that so it isn't red and that it is in fact yellow. Once again, using shadows to be able to bring it into the actual world. We're then going to add all the rest of the weird foamy bits and bobs in, move bits around. I did here, as you can see, try and add the slice of tomato that is just slightly showing, but I believe at the end of the video I get rid of it because I cannot tie it in. But as you can see, all these elements don't really blend together at the moment, so what I'm going to have to do is go through and add all the shadows, which is what I'm doing now. So I'm going to add the shadows on the leaves / lettuce and the corals. That will just help really bring this burger to life. So shadows there all around, and there we have it. I've slapped it on a tray for dramatic effect, and as you can see, gotten rid of the tomato. But if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and like. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see anything else, anything in particular that you want me to turn into real life. Now, do you prefer the speedrun type content, or would you rather a slow video, you know, showing you bit by bit? Let me know.